See, I had a different video planned for today, but yeah, check this out. What is up, Fin fans? Yes, if you could tell by that intro, I had a different video planned for today. I was going to do the best offseason moves in Miami Dolphins history, right? And then I read this article by Barry Jackson that kind of talked to a vet of the Miami Dolphins, and he gave an inside behind the scenes idea of what these Zoom meetings are doing. Not necessarily what they're doing, but the feeling of who's starting, who's where, and all that jazz. And then we also have an updated cap space number. So I was like, listen, see what is going to have to happen is we're going to have to take this video planned for today and we're going to have to move it to Friday, and we're going to have to take the Tua versus LSU and move it to the weekend. I apologize, but this is something that I wanted to get out, being that the article came out yesterday and I wanted to get it out. But before we get to that, like I said, I'm going live Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway. So if you're like, hey, what are you talking about? What giveaway? Well, that makes me sad. It means you don't watch my videos, because about 2 or 3 videos ago, I opened a great package and there was an autographed picture in there, and I'm giving it away. You want to know what the autographed picture is? You want to know how to be a part of the giveaway? Go back and watch the video. Why don't you watch it in the first place? Do what it says in the video. In that video. If not, Saturday, you won't be in the running to win the giveaway. So, again, that's what's happening there. But other than that, let's jump into the video. Let's jump into what is listed below. So, like I said, off-season programming, a.k.a. the Zoom meetings, are ending this week for the Miami Dolphins. So Barry Jackson talked to a vet whose name was undisclosed, and he kind of talked about not necessarily what the Zoom meetings entailed, not necessarily what's happening in the Zoom meetings, but kind of the feel of who's starting where, who's front runners, who is, coming up from the rear, and all that stuff. So, again, no depth chart was released. There will probably be no depth chart released because there's no OTAs, there's no mini camp, there's no rookie, all that stuff. So we don't really know, and there probably won't be a depth chart, a very first depth chart released probably until the first preseason game. Hopefully we have preseason, and hopefully we have football. I will be very sad if we don't have football, but I will do something for this channel every Sunday. I promise you that, but I'm really hoping we have football. So they talked to this vet. Well, Barry Jackson talked to this vet, and he got an idea. So I'm going to break it down to what this guy said about most of the positions on defense. Might give you a little bit of an idea of what position this vet plays on. It's mostly defense. I'm going to just be talking about defense. Just going to throw it out there at you. So he's talking about defensive line. He says Shaq Lawson, it seems like, is the front runner to get the starting position opposite of Christian Wilkins and Gachow on that 3-4 starting defensive line. He also said that you'll see Shaq Lawson and Agba when they do a 4-3 third down, 4 down lineman set. He says expect that, Lawson, Agba, kind of the front runners there, right? And when it comes to defensive tackles, he says Davis, Strawbridge, and Zeiler could get some playing time depending on how well they do in the preseason. But I also could see a huge rotation on that defensive line. Then this vet goes into talking about linebackers, right? He says that the starting 2 linebackers, the 2 linebackers that are going to be on the field most of the time, especially because the Dolphins are going to be running and like to run a lot of 5-6 DB sets, which is 2 safeties, 3 nickel, 3 corners or 4 corners, is Kyle Van Noy and Jerome Baker. Those are going to be your starting linebackers. And then he said the front runners to be opposite of them is Raekwon McMillan and Vince Beagle. My boy Vince is on the channel. He says that Hill, Roberts, Ginkle, Aguavin, Weaver, which Weaver's going to be playing outside linebacker, not defensive end, but it's 3-4, so they might bounce it back and forth. And Harris are competing for backup positions. The fact that Aguavin is on that list to compete for a backup, meaning your starting 4 linebackers are Vince Beagle, Raekwon McMillan, Kyle Van Noy, and Jerome Baker. There's your bubble. There's your bubble of players that might not make the team. Hill and Roberts will make the team. They were just signed, but you got Aguavin and Harris. I don't know why Sam McGuavin isn't up there. But again, this is speculation. This is not hands down what's going to happen. This is just speculation and what this vet noticed during the Zoom meetings of who is starters and who is potential backups competing for backups. Again, nothing is set in stone because they haven't even gotten on the field together to practice. Keep reminding yourself that as I continue to talk about what this vet had to say. And again, the vet's name wasn't released, so I don't even know. Check out the Barry Jackson article. I'll link it below. Then talking about defensive backs, this vet said that McCain and Rowe are your starting safeties as Jones and Howard are your starting DBs. So those are your starters. We kind of saw that coming with McCain and Rowe. And then, so that means that Igbenogany, Jamal Perry, used to be Jamal Wiltz, and Nick Needham are competing for that slot corner position. He also says, don't sleep on Cordair Tankersley. So you got those four corners who are competing to be that starting slot corner, and then everyone else is probably just competing to be backups or potential safeties. But having Fedulum, drafting Brandon Jones, those are probably your backup safeties. So these, four corners are going to be competing for starting slot position and then potential backup behind Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, who is not suspended by the NFL. Very happy about that. So that's essentially what the vet said. That's essentially, some of the inside stuff going into the Zoom meetings, get the feeling, but again, the team hasn't even gotten together. The team hasn't even practiced. Heck, two of our rookies still haven't signed. Noah Igbenogany and Hunt have not signed. That doesn't mean they won't sign. That doesn't mean they're going to hold out. It's just a longer, difficulter. It's not even a word. Difficulter? I gotta stop drinking this code red. More difficult process being with the virus and not being able to get in the building and sign your contracts, all that stuff. But being that there is a structured, set rookie wage scale, they're going to get signed. There's going to be no holdout, none of that. You can expect Noah to sign a 4-year, $11.3 million contract, and you can expect Hunt to sign a 4-year, $8.1 million contract. So then, the big question, because you guys obviously can see it below. Hey, Doug, what is the updated cap space? Where are we at in money going into the season or holding on to going into 2021? I don't know what year it is anymore. Sometimes I really forget what day it is. Miami Dolphins, after signing their last two draft picks, will be at $13 million in cap space. So, there's a lot of players out there that a lot of people, hey, will the Dolphins go after Jadeveon Clowney? He's still a possibility. What about this guy? What about that guy? If they are asking for more than $13 million, you might as well just breeze past that article of, hey, so-and-so is interested in so-and-so. Because that's how much money the Miami Dolphins have in cap space. $13 million. So again, I just wanted to make this video because I thought it was super interesting hearing this vet talking about players that he sees as front runners, players he sees as starters after the Zoom meeting and after hearing and talking and learning the schematics of everything. That your starting defensive line looks to be, when a 4-3 set, it looks to be you got Shaq Lawson, you got Agba on the outside, you got Christian Wilkins and Gotcha on the inside, and then if it's 3-4 set, you got Shaq Lawson, Christian Wilkins, and Gotcha on that 3-4 set, with the other guys kind of competing depending on preseason. And then when you're looking at linebackers, when there's two linebackers, your top two guys running, that nickel formation or anything like that, it's going to be Kyle Van Noy and Baker. And then you got McMillan and Ginkle on a 3-4 set. And then again, we all kind of understood what the DBs were going to look like with Bobby McCain and Eric Rowe as our safeties, and Byron Jones, Xavier Howard with the competition in slot. So comment below. Let me know what you think about what this vet had to say. Again, I have no idea who the vet is. Barry Jackson didn't say in the article who the vet is. He also talks a little bit more about Tua and all that stuff. So be sure to read the article. Like I said, I'll link it below. And also let me know what you think. 13 million cap space. I honestly don't see them signing anyone else. I don't see them making any more moves. I think they'll take that 13 million, go into the season, and potentially go into 2021 because they might be a drop in the cap. Because normally there's every year there's like they add about 15 million, 20 million in cap space, and all of a sudden we get that little We don't know what's going to happen this season, so there might be a drop. So expect the Miami Dolphins to potentially hold on to that $13 million going in. And God forbid there's a big injury that we need to address, they might use that $13 million. So comment below. I want to know what you guys think about this news. And I do apologize for having to shift some things back, but I thought this video was important. I felt like you guys wanted to hear this stuff. So be sure to comment below and let me know what you think. And I'm gonna get to one of you guys comments of the day. So this comment, I literally probably about an hour before I made this video, I said, hey, I'm making a video. You got about 20 minutes to get at me for comment of the day. I got 2 comments. You guys must be sleeping. It is around 11 o'clock. So maybe some of you guys are sleeping. And Josh Fernandez came at me and he says, which draft pick do you think is going to be the breakout this season for us? That is a good question. It's a hard question to answer, but it's a very good question. I can go with Tua, but that is if Tua starts. We could talk about offensive linemen, but you don't really necessarily, you could tell an offensive lineman's doing well when you don't notice them. That's also what you hear a lot in training camp. If you don't hear about an offensive lineman, it's a good thing. Because if you do hear about him, that means they're getting beat. So to think of Hunt, to think of Kinley, to think of, Jackson, maybe not. Then you got Weaver, you got Strawbridge, maybe. But I'm going to go, a lot of people will probably say Perry, but I think him being like, an all-around guy, I don't know if he's going to have that breakout. I'm going to go with Raekwon Davis. That's going to be my pick for, a guy that's going to have a breakout this season, one of our rookies that's going to surprise a lot of people. He had a great 2017 season, if my brain is correct, then kind of fell off for the last 2 seasons. And I think coming and playing for Brian Flores, he's going to light that fire back under that kid's ass. And I see him being super disruptive. So I'm going to go with Raekwon Davis. But you look at all the draft picks, Igbenogany can come out, lock down that corner, slot corner position, start picking off people left and right because you don't want to be throwing Xavier Howard or Byron Jones. You might start picking them off. So, I like our draft class. I do. So I'm going to go with Raekwon Davis. Be sure to comment below. I want to know who you guys think. Who are you guys think is going to be a breakout for this rookie draft class? And if you think it's Tua, tell me why. Now, again, I do apologize for having to shift things back. The Tua video will happen. I promise you it'll happen. If not, Saturday when we're live, Sunday, it will happen. I promise. But I just thought you guys wanted to hear this information. And if you didn't, then I apologize for wasting your time. But be sure to go follow me on Twitter. That's when I retweeted all this stuff. That's where I talk about these things and I can do it out quick. Also, check out the community sometimes. And on your mobile phone, if you watch YouTube on your phone, that little circle with my face on it, sometimes I do stories, give you guys little updates on videos coming out and all that stuff. So be sure to check out all those things, everybody. Also check out the Bit Boys. Got some games, some things planned out over there. I have to start doing more on my second channel. Been super busy, super entrenched in this channel. This channel is my baby. This channel is my prime focus. So you'll always get 3-4 videos from here, but check out the other channels. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up. You like the content, you like when I give you videos like this, you like when I give you a little tidbits, some updates on the Miami Dolphins, give this video a thumbs up. Check out DolphinsTalk.com. If you want some more Dolphin news, check out DolphinsTalk.com. I said it really quick, but check it out. Beat writers, all that stuff over there. Hit that subscribe button. If you don't hit the subscribe button and you don't hit the bell, you won't know when I'm live Saturday, 1 p.m. Also, when you hit the bell, don't forget to put your notifications on all because I noticed notifications have been a problem. So be sure to do that because you know when I go live and when I post my new videos, like the one coming out Friday, talking about the best offseason moves of the Miami Dolphins in team history. I don't know if it's going to be named like that. It's kind of long and winded, but I'm going to name something like that. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. Let me know. I always listen to you guys. Like usual, stay classy. Fins up.